L'intelligence économique est une clé d'entrée pour la régulation positive de tous les défis que connaît aujourd'hui le continent. Et parce que l'intelligence économique peut accompagner la grande ambition marocaine pour l'Afrique, à savoir contribuer à construire une Afrique nouvelle, unie, forte et solidaire. Et cela ne peut se faire que si l'ensemble des pays africains sont portés par les bonnes pratiques de l'intelligence économique. Et l'Université ouverte de Dakhla offre justement ce cadre serein pour atteindre cet objectif stratégique.
The meeting that we are attending today is very important in the sustainable development of Africa, as it places all intelligence economic associations from Africa to think about the future of Africa from Dakhla. And this is a concrete action that is in guidelines with the vision of His Majesty King Mohammed VI, that he encourages the sustainable development of Africa.
I think the Dakhla meeting of Africa is an ideal example of what we can do. The big talk in my country at the moment is on transformation and Africanization. So we are transforming everything into a more African context. And the whole point of business is to find African solutions to Africans' problems and not to use imported solutions for Africa's problems. And this meeting is a starting point where we can get together as Africans to discuss our problems and to come up with African solutions and take control of Africa. This is definitely the forum.
This kind of conversation is important because for Africa to become strong and united, we must continue to have shared experiences. We must continue to learn lessons from each other. And if you look at the representation, so many countries from Africa are represented across sectors, the public sector, the private sector, and even civil society. And at a time when Africa is talking about integration, at a time when agreements are being signed at the continental level, in the context of globalization, Africa coming together, integrating, can only add value, can only strengthen its capacity to compete in a world where advantages and competition, are getting stronger.
Economic intelligence is the foundation for any economic development agenda. You cannot develop a country without having a strategy. And for the strategy, you need the information. So whether it is for Mauritius, anybody, we need economic intelligence. In the case of Mauritius, we don't do strategy papers, we do sector papers. Which sector must be developed? So what we do is, before even reading, we send our people to see different countries which are doing the same thing. So they come back, they sit down and they write. Once we get all the information together, then we look at what can be done in Mauritius, what cannot. So we adapt that to the Mauritian context and then we implement.
Un des objectifs de ce forum est justement d'initier des partenariats innovants entre les associations existantes en matière d'intelligence économique et d'autre part, ira dans tous les pays africains qui ne disposent pas d'associations nationales dédiées à l'intelligence économique. Et l'objectif à terme étant de sortir avec une réelle feuille de route à proposer, à présenter aux instances de l'Union africaine.
Actually, I think we lack that continuity of an African summit for economic intelligence. This is possible. There is, I know, chapters all over the world that's linked to competitive intelligence agencies. But Africa, I've started the SKIP chapter. It's a strategic and competitive intelligence chapter in South Africa. I'm also the African lead for strategic and competitive intelligence. The only challenge we have is in Africa, we don't know the practicing CI professionals. this forum gives us a chance to meet the people that are actually practicing in economic intelligence. So they can now become part of this forum, and we can have regular meetings like this to discuss challenges, share best practice, and to move forward in Africa.
Big not just in terms of size or population, but also in terms of the markets that they control and the relative weight of political influence that they share. But the process of integration is not just about size. It's not about the size of your market. It's about the opportunities, the relative opportunities available in each country, and each country developing for itself a competitive or comparative advantage that adds value to the entire economic space within the continent, for the benefit, of course, of the people. Because at the end of the day, this is about the human being in Africa, developing the capacity of the human being, developing the capacity of businesses, and developing an overall advantage.